Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the first Daily Melon broadcast. We are your hosts, Drako and Dominus Infernus.
Welcome. Well, let's see what's first on the agenda. Video of the day. This video features a man base jumping from a actually rather small, what looks like a small cliff. I would say probably not the smartest thing. Maybe a first time jumper because the outcome is not the best. Obviously, the link will be in the description for this video if you would like to watch it. What do you think about the video, Draco?
Well, you see, Dominus, I think that the compression fracture, the 11 stitches, the severely sprained back, wrist, and hand, and multiple bruised areas seems like a huge factor for a guy to just take a risk and kind of just trying to have fun, obviously, parachuting off a cliff. Maybe it was a smart idea.
Well, I think I can argue with your logic here. I would not like all of the fractured and broken bones as well as the 11 stitches in my face, um, which could leave permanent scarring. I do not want a scarred face. That's not very nice. Uh, where do you get your logic from? Explain,
I mean,
please.
it's not really logic. I mean, I just wouldn't want to do something like this. It seems like this guy did it on purpose, based on how he could have moved his head from getting hit if he wanted to.
I mean, after the first hit, when he ran into the jagged spike sticking out of the side of the cliff, he may have been knocked out. That's what it looked like anyway. He was just sort of
Oh,
flailing for the rest of the video.
right, agreed.
Plus, at the end when he lands, you only get to see it for a few seconds, but it doesn't look like he's moving.
Right.
So, basically, don't cliff jump. Don't do that. It's not the safest thing. I mean, if you want the adrenaline rush, I mean, jumping out of a plane is probably safer than that,
Yeah,
despite the obvious difference in height.
yeah, totally agreed.
Alright. Next.
So now we have the music of the day. So we have like a song that we choose. Eventually it'll be you guys if we get you guys to watch our videos, which hopefully we should. Dot dot dot. So yeah, this is just a random soundtrack that we chose from a game, NBA Street Volume 2. I mean, it's a basketball game and it's not really like super good, badass, whatever. But it's an
It
older
is.
game.
Yeah, it is a pretty catchy instrumental. I can't talk today. It is a pretty catchy instrumental. I listened to it. I think about half of it, and I think that's why me and him decided to make it the music of the day.
All right, it's
Basically.
called the Wurlitzer track, and it's by the Just Blaze, the one and only.
Yeah. Usually we will feature music that's not super well known, not an Eminem song that just came out that millions of people are listening to.
Yeah, but it's not always rap or hip hop or dubstep. It can be a mix of things. Sometimes we might do country, sometimes we might do something else, some randomly placed music that people just don't know about, or maybe they do.
No real reason to this song. We just sort of picked it. It was catchy. We liked it. Not super well known. I mean, the video has 30,000 views, but not super well known. The next thing on the agenda is our computer specs, which we've spent quite a bit of money on. We're kind of computer geeks.
Well, you know what? Maybe we should start talking about us first.
Us? Alright.
Yeah. So you guys don't know me yet. I'm Draco. And basically, my real name is Andrew, and I live somewhere in North Carolina. I can't really say, so I don't want somebody to stalk me. Sorry. Go Plus is untrustworthy. So anyway, on that point, I am 16 and I go to high school. Yeah, I'm a football player and I'm a computer programmer. I'm in an internship with a company. I can't say that either. And I love computers. I love building computers, playing with computers, talking to friends. But my number one thing in the world, I want to learn and help others. That's the number one thing I want to do in the world. How about you, Dominus?
I can completely agree with your point on helping others. Whenever I'm and whenever I'm stuck with something on the computer, whenever I have a problem, I can just call you. You usually help me with it. You're great with computers. You're a great guy. That's why we've decided to do this together.
Right.
Uh, my real name is Duncan. I prefer to be called Michael. It's my middle name. I just like it better. Uh, Dominus Infernus was a name I chose from a game. You may or may not know it. I'm not gonna say the name of it, but for those of you who know Latin, it means Lord of Hell. Just thought it sounded pretty cool. Um, yeah, I live in Tennessee. Same thing with him. I'm not gonna say where I live. That would be bad. Last time 4chan got a hold of someone's address, they murdered her. Um, yeah, I've known Drako for at least a year now, probably quite a bit more than that. Do you remember exactly when we met, Draco?
Uh, I believe it was two. No, it was 3.5 years ago, because I was in 8th grade. Yeah,
You,
I'm a junior now. I'm in 11th grade, so because I was in
I'm
eighth
in 8th grade
grade.
now. Yeah, I'm in
Yeah, no,
8th grade
you're in
now.
8th grade, so now we're switching places.
Yeah. When I met you, I had a really bad computer, like a 5 6 years old. This one I have is probably a little bit over a year old now, maybe 2 years old.
Right,
Uh,
and I was playing off a laptop.
oh, I
So
was also playing off a laptop. I didn't have my
yeah.
desktop back then.
Well, amen to that.
Draco has a job. He gets paid and stuff. I don't. I'm broke. I have a soda fund, which is pretty much just Mountain Dew and graham crackers.
And I
Mountain
should
Dew and graham
do
crackers.
it.
That's my dinner every night.
Yeah.
I'm so lonely. Alright, computer specs. Care to talk about your computer, Draco?
Well, I don't know. I should let you go first. I think. I don't know. I mean, because if you want me to, I just like it seems to be like to me anyway. It seems as if I'm bragging about it because it's powerful and it's awesome, and not
I think you
everybody
saying
has it.
yeah, I think you saying that you're bragging about it is kind of bragging about it. Anyway,
Yeah, you
I'm
go
not.
first.
Alright. I have an Alienware X51. Now, don't scream at me for this being a waste of money. It's never overheated on me. It's never crashed on me. It's never blue screened or frozen. It's a great computer. It was completely worth the money. I can play any game I want. I can play Battlefield 3 or 4 with no lag. It's amazing. It is a Windows 7 computer. The manufacturer is obviously Alienware. The model is the Alienware Andromeda R5. I have an Intel Core i5 processor, 3 gigahertz, 6.90 gigabytes of RAM, with 5.90 gigabytes still usable. So I've not used like anything on this computer. It's still pretty much brand new. 64-bit, and it's not even close to a touchscreen because of the monitors I have not working. Yeah, that's about it. Pretty good computer, very reliable, never overheated or crashed or anything. And to you, Draco.
All right. Well, as good as that sounds, that actually does sound pretty good, and yeah, I actually agree. It's a very well put together desktop, and if you don't have money like I do, sad face. I know how bad it is nowadays. But if I can get a job, you guys can get one too. Cause I'm only 16. I've had my job since I was 14. Technically, it's an internship, but it's a paying internship, and I mean, Nothing can go wrong with helping people. So, basically, I've been buying and upgrading my parts, and so far, it's not just one manufacturer. I use different parts from different manufacturers, including EVGA, Asus, Corsair, Enermax, Intel, Samsung, G-Skill, Western Digital, Razer, BenQ, and LG. I mean, those are just some of them. So, starting with my case, of course, I have a Corsair Obsidian Series 900D black case. I mean, it's expensive, I guess. I mean, At the time I had it, it was on sale for I think it was 300 because it was like $60 off.
Wow.
So that was good. My motherboard's the Asus Rampage 4 Extreme LGA 2011 X79 motherboard. It's got USB 3.0 and many SATA 6 gigabit per second ports for my multiple hard drives and solid state drives that I'll talk about later. And basically, that has an on-board RAID controller, so I don't have to worry about buying another PCI card for that. And I mean, I got that on sale for $380 instead of $430, so that was cool. Um,
Excuse
next I'll go to oh yeah, excuse me, I'm sorry. Next I'll go to my graphics cards. I just got my third EVGA GeForce GTX Titan. Of course, it's the super clocked version.
me.
6 gigabytes
Of
of
course.
384-bit GDDR5 memory with basically it's PCI Express 3.0. It's fast and three-way SLI is better than four-way SLI. I've heard because the reliability and the power it takes for four-way SLI just is like not even worth the cost. So I just stuck with three. And I got those at standard price. I've just got them over the past year. Um, Now I also have a USB 3.0 extender for extra ports. Basically, it's just a four-port bay that um, it's included as like a hub instead of a optical disc drive. However, I do have a Blu-ray drive from LG. I also have a
Sorry.
nope, you're fine. A Intermax Platamax 1350 watt power supply, and it's fully modular. So I chose what cables I wanted for what parts. It's usually 370. I got it on sale for 300. That was last Christmas. And that's 30 plus platinum. So great energy saver. For my CPU, I just got it about a month ago when it came out. People thought it wasn't gonna be worth it, or at least a couple months ago. Can't remember exactly. It was I have the Intel i7 4960X, and that's the new Haswell processing units. It's a 6 core, and it runs at around 4.8 gigahertz because I overclocked it. And I use the what's it called? I use the Silver Arrow Extreme something or other heatsink. It's not water cooled. I know it should be, but screw it.
Yeah, it sounds like a very powerful piece of technology you have there.
Yeah, it's just yeah. I mean, that's only the start of it. I'm not gonna get any deeper than that, I guess, because then that would take forever.
Yeah, we only have 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Hopefully, if we can find all of these things, we may be able to link them all in the description. That probably be a super strain on you with your supercomputer.
Maybe.
Next subject on the agenda is the technology of the day. Comparing two different pieces of technology. Which one's better, the perks and whatever the opposite of perks is with the other one.
Right.
Cons and pros.
Right. Well, so today basically I'm looking at if someone wants to get a EVGA GeForce GTX Titan compared to a XFX Radeon R9 290X. Now this question has come up upon many people. Many people have asked me, "Oh, should I get the new R9 290X or should I get the Titan? I have $1,000 and I want to spend it. Should I just go ahead and get two 290Xs or one Titan? Because I mean, it's $1,000 for a Titan, $560 for R9 290X. Which one should I get?" And basically, if it were me, for $1,000, I would have gotten at the time two 290Xs, and that's just because this has a 512-bit memory interface. That's the actual bandwidth that it transfers 512 bits per second, and that's fast. Like the Titan only transfers at 384 bits, and I mean that type of bus isn't Like, it's fast, and it's really fast compared to a lot of other things, but 512 bits just that much faster. Having it in Crossfire, which is basically having two AMD cards, which is the 290X, having two of those in Crossfire basically boosts everything about the one card and just combines the two to make it one. And I mean, that it already beats the Titan pretty much, except for the effective memory clock. But basically, that the core clock's already more in the 290X. So I mean, I'd have to go with the 290X, man.
Alright, well, that was the technology of the day. I guess two 290Xs would be much better for the price anyway. Did you say 500 each rather than the $1,000 one?
Yeah, only 560. I mean, not only, but like, yeah, it's definitely worth it though.
Anyway, yeah, you'll be doing the technology things. I'm not hardware savvy.
It's okay.
I deal more with software. I'm not good with customizing and building computers and things like that. Next is the quote of the day. If we find an inspirational or a meaningful quote. Not always someone famous, someone from 200 years ago who no one knows who it is, but it was a great quote. And what it means to us, what it means to you, what it means to me, what it means to Draco, things like that. And the quote of today is by Galileo Galilei, and it is, "Where the senses fail us, reason must step in." Now, to me, this means something like in an emergency situation, when someone's life or your life depends on it, you need to depend on your instincts. Your instincts need to step in and control you for a bit. You have to give up on your senses, and you yourself have to decide what to do. And what does this mean to you, Draco?
That's a very good point. I think to me, what it's saying is, if I can't use any of my senses, smelling, tasting, hearing, touching, um, whatever the other one is,
Eyesight, seeing,
seeing, yeah, or seeing
sense
it.
of smell,
I mean,
things like that.
if any of those senses go away or whatever, as it's saying, where the senses fail us, reason must step in. Then you can only really rely on your brain, and I mean your instinct, as Duncan said. And basically, all we can do is just use common sense and our instinct, and that will lead us a lot more farther than senses can lead us, I think, is what it's saying to me. I mean, but yeah, that was a very good point.
Common sense, a rare virtue that not many have today. Surprisingly, somehow that's a thing now. Not people don't use common sense. I mean, you see videos and things on the internet, people doing stupid things. I don't really like to use that word, but just not being as smart as they should, as smart as they could be.
Not using their head.
Yeah, if you would use your head for a second, common sense, you could see this is a stupid idea. Why are you doing this?
Right.
And I think that concludes the Daily Melon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think that's pretty good. I mean, we can end it here, and then, I mean, so yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
On the Daily Melon. It was great talking to you guys today, and yeah, as Draco said, we'll see you tomorrow.